Good evening, Lakewood Volleyball fans. Tonight, the Lakewood Cougars host the Anacortes Seahawks from the campus of Lakewood High School. We are about 15 minutes from the start of the contest, so we're going to be on mute so we don't have any copyright violations from the music that's being played. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the starting lineups. Welcome now. Warm-ups are complete, and now we're going to go to the floor for the starting announcements.
The Seahawks come here under the direction of head coach Kelsey Swap and is assisted by James Finley, Michelle Kelly, and Jody Schaefer. Your Lakewood Cougars are under the direction of head coach Caitlin Evers, assisted by Alyssa Kahn, Audrey Cooper, and Olivia Moore. The officials for tonight's game are Amy Andrews and Piper Griffin. They are registered with the WIAA, and their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. So fans, players, and coaches, please give them the respect they deserve. Now for tonight's roster for the Anacortes Seahawks in numerical order. Number 1, Tatum Swap. Number 2, Jillian Levine. Number 4, Jenna Baker. Number 7, Samantha Cole. Number 6, Pearl McFadden. Number 5, Nia Haney. Number 8, Gage Beener. Number 9, Carmen Wara. Number 10, Reagan Hunt. Number 12, Kendall Flint. Number 13, Margaret Foot. And number 14, Samantha Baker. And now, for your Lakewood Cougars. Number 2, Gabby Kinsley. Number 3, Peyton Langham. Number 4, Frankie Powers. Number 6, Julie Chrisman. Number 8, Megan Omlin. Number 9, Peyton Schultz. Number 10, Laura Johnson. Number 11, Avalon Comer. Number 13, Jacqueline Niemak. And number 14, MJ Morales. Now, if everyone would please rise and move your hats and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, if you're seeing us and watching us, you obviously found us on YouTube. I understand we might have a few problems on the Facebook platform tonight. Not sure what's going on there. Reached out to our tech master, Baldeep Singh, to see if he can figure out a way to get us up on Facebook. So if you know someone that's trying to find us on Facebook that's frustrated, get them over to YouTube, because we're up and running. And we have things going on. Starting lineups have been read. We have players introduced, and we're about to see who the starters are going to be for the Anacortes Seahawks and the Lakewood Cougars. Cougars will start with Megan Omlid, Frankie Powers, Julie Crispin, MJ Morales, who's wearing number 14, listed as number 13 in the on the JV roster, and Avalon Comer. So that's Powers, Cummer, Omlid, Langham, Morales, and Crispin. Laura Johnson in for Powers to start. The Seahawks will counter with Kendall Flynn, Margaret Foote, Pearl McFadden, Reagan Hunt, Carmen Wara, and Naya Haney. And Haney is in for Foote right at the beginning. Tatum Swap, who I assume is related to their head coach Kelsey Swap, starting in the middle of the defense. Maybe related to my old friend Pat Swap, who I know is a educator in Anacortes, and his kids attend school there. And I don't see Pat in the stands tonight, so hopefully he's joining us on the live stream. If you're out there, Pat, hello. Quick point for the Seahawks. Into the net, tied up. So an unforced error quickly gives the Cougars their first point of the match. Just underway. Avalon Cummer to serve. Serves it down the line. It looks like he hit the basketball stanchion. Good scramble. Set on the outside to Omlid. Goes down the line. Oh, just a little bit long. We usually see Omlid try cross court early on, but today she elected to take her first shot down the line, and it just went a little bit long. Point for the Seahawks. Not sure why Cummer was serving again, or why they gave that point to the Cougars, but they did. And so Anacortes to serve, tied it 2. Good dig by Cummer. Omlid finds a hole in the middle, and it's down for us. Cougar point. Johnson out, Powers in. Crispin to serve. Set outside to Swap, dug by Cummer. Going to go back outside to Swap, and this time it's blocked at the net or into the net. 4 hits there for the Seahawks. Great dig by Cummer in the back row. Saved the Cougar point. 4-2, Cougars lead. Swap sprawls out, saves it. Put over free by Baker. Now there goes Omlid cross court. Back set, and cross court goes Flynn, and that ball is in. Point for the Seahawks. Foot into the game now for Haney. First set, Cougars lead 4-3. Back set for Morales. This is to Swap. She touches it over. Job by Langham. Omlid off the net. No touch and out. We're all tied up at 4. Johnson back in. Omlid with the kill, and now we're going to see Jacqueline DeMatch Namachi, I was saying it, in for Morales. We saw her play in set number 4 last week. And now we're going to see her in the first set of the night to serve. So it's a nice job by Langham and Namachi sprawling out. Swap, dug by Comer, saved by Namachi over the net now with Langham. And that's middle hit to foot. Comer can't get it up into the playable return area. Point for the Seahawks, tying it at 5. Johnson couldn't handle that serve, so we're going to give an ace to Kendall Flynn. Mach couldn't return that. So another ace for Flynn. Seahawks now have a 7-5 lead. And again, that return of serve goes out of bounds. Another ace. That's 3 aces in a row. Cougars shift their defense. So Johnson is now in that area, and it hits off Johnson's hand out of bounds. So that's 3 straight serves in the same area, all for aces. 4 straight aces now for Flynn. Anacortes takes a 9-5 lead. We have 60-second timeout called by Caitlin Evers, Cougar coach. We'll be back in 45, Cougar live stream. Four straight aces by Kendall Flynn have given the Seahawks a 4-point lead. Having trailed 5-4 when the Cougars served, this is now a 5-0 run for the Seahawks here in set 1. Now a floater. Machi returns that one. Set is a miscommunication between Powers and Omlid. And that ball is finally served out and long. So 6 straight points put up by the Seahawks. That point goes to the Cougars, so the Cougars trail by 4 at 10-6. Megan Omlid to serve. An overpass, joust at the net, won by the Cougars. Ball is down on the Seahawks side of the net. Cougars creep a little closer at 10-7. It's a short set. Nice scoop by Johnson. Comer puts the free ball over. Set again, the short little dink by Foot from the back row, Omlid, and she hits it out. So a couple of times Foot tried to just dink it over the front of the block, over the front of the blockers and in between the blockers and the defense. We've seen that hole be open before against the Cougars, but both times the Cougars have defended it. Anacortes with the lead at 11-7. Set to Comer. She pounds that into the block and it goes straight down. Avalon Comer winds up and rips one And that's a point for the Cougars. Frankie Powers will now serve. Johnson is out. And double hit. And Crispin's back in. Another point for the Cougars. Now trailing by two at 11-9. They're just in set one, just underway. And we have a yellow card now. Not sure who that was shown to. Was that shown to the bench or to a coach or to a player? Kendall Flynn, the outside hitter, setter, seniors, over talking to the official. See if we can't get another look at it and figure out what the heck happened. Powers to serve. And it hit hard, but there's Onwood. And pushed over by Langham. And down the line and in is Pearl McFadden. So, best I can tell, Coach Schwab got a little too aggressive with the official in her words and got the yellow card. I'm not sure if a yellow card is the same as in soccer. You get two, it turns into a red and you're disqualified, or what? Cummer hits that one into the block and it goes out of bounds. 12-10, Anacortes leads. And that's a short set, and that's in. Reagan Hunt puts that one down. Reagan Hunt, the junior outside hitter, middle blocker, hits from the middle that time. Gives the Seahawks the lead by 3, 13-10. Omelet from the back row, blocked at the net. That's Carmen Wara. We saw a lot of that the other night against Burlington Edison, where they put their best blocker right in the middle, and when Omelet hit in the back row, they just shouted him at the net and had several blocks. That's MJ Morales blocked at the net. Langham puts it over. Oh, that's a free ball. Cummer takes a swat at it and hits it long. Anacortes has the lead now at 15-10. Crispin with the tip. Outside, good dig by Omelet. Crispin again with it. Flynn keeps it alive. We'll see if they can get it over on the third try, and Haney cannot. Point for the Cougars, back to within 4, Cummer to serve. Flynn with the initial return of serve, no one else went to it. Miscommunication, point for the Cougars. Now trail 15-12. It's to Flynn, and she puts down the kill. Kendall Flynn. It's been a force for Anacortes so far tonight. 4 straight aces, 5 straight service points, and 3 or 4 kills tonight. She's probably accounted for half of the Seahawk points. Johnson with the return. Omelet has to circle back to get it. Now it's going to Flynn again, and she finds a spot just over the block. Down for another point. Kendall Flynn really a force in owning this first set. Johnson keeps it alive. Omelet tries to get it over, but cannot. Anacortes up 6, 18-12. Timeout on the floor. Caitlin Evers using her second timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching the Lakewood live stream exclusively on YouTube tonight. Hunt to serve. Omelet goes cross court. The block is there, but it goes off the block and out of bounds. Point for the Cougars. That run is over. Short set, pushed over, nicely done. Powers looking for a spot on the floor. Anacortes gets it and blocked by Powers and Morales. War is denied. Cougars trail by 4. 18-14. And that ball curls over off the net. Crispin continues to serve, and so they go to their big hitter. We have a dispute. The one linesman calls it in, and they're going to call it in. It looked out from here. I'm a long ways away. The run is stopped. Foot puts it in. 19-15. Cougars trail by 4. And that's into the net. Anacortes is into the net. Samantha Coles. And that's an ace. Machi with the ace. That looked like a carry to me, but they don't call it. Tatum Swap gets away with it. And that's a point for the Seahawks, who now lead 20-17, stopping that Cougar mini run. and into the net. So Flynn, who had the 5 straight service points and the 4 straight aces, gets her next chance to serve, and she hits it into the net. Unforced error. Swamp puts it deep. They're going to set Powers at the net. Too close to the net. She can't get it over. So a yellow card in volleyball is a warning. It doesn't necessarily turn into a red card. Red card is a suspension or an ejection or a disqualification. And that return of service, some confusion. Anacortes takes a 4-point lead, 22-18. Couple of just flips over at the net. This is going to be the omelet at the back row, blocked, but stayed on their side. So Anacortes continue to play foot with the kill. Comer tries to dink it over, again saved by Anacortes. Flynn to swap from the back row. Johnson with the dig. Oh, and Langham tries to flip it over, and she's met at the net by the Seahawk defense, and it goes back right at her and down for a point, 23-18. That's an ace, 24-18, and we're at set point. That's blocked at the net and out. So Reagan Hunt with the spike. The Cougar block was there, but it went out of bounds. Point for Anacortes, set for Anacortes. 3 minutes between sets. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Watching Lakewood live stream on YouTube. All right, we're ready to start set number 2. Cougars have Crispin, Cummer, Omlid, Kinsland in for the first time, Johnson, and Langham. The Seahawks will counter with McFadden, Flynn, Hunt, and that hit by Crispin is blocked. Hunt, Flynn, Coles, McFadden, and that's in for an ace. Kinsland could not get it. Serving to Kinsland again. Langham. Back sets to Cummer. Back set to Flynn. Return. It's going to be at the net. Flynn will try again. Goes down the line. Johnson with the dig. Nice job by Laura Johnson. This time, spike is blocked by Julie Crispin. Nice job denying Swap the kill. 2-1. Langham to serve. A little push. Cummer with the push, and she gets hers down. That ball served out, so it was all tied up at 2. Now the Seahawks have a 3-2 lead. The first set was tightly contested until Anacortes got a 6-0 run, and then they were able to just kind of carry it through to the end. A little pushover, finds the ground, and that will be a Cougar point. They now tied it up at 3. Cummer to serve. Jenna Baker into the game. And Reagan Hunt will sit down. And there's an ace for Cummer. That's her second one. And Cummer hits that one into the net. So 4-4 tie. Foot into the game. Coles to serve. Haney will sit down. And served long. Point for the Cougars to take a 5-4 lead. And Woods with the kill. Ties the set up at 5, and the Seahawks will serve. Serve. Omlid, it's dug, into the net. Nobody went for it for the Seahawks. Cougars take the lead at 6-5. Kinsland will come in for MJ Morales, and she will serve. Jump serve is going to be overpassed. Powers keeps it alive. Omlin pushes it over. We're going to go outside to swap. It's going to be off the block. Point for the Seahawks. And back into the game now will be Hunt, the set. Swap to serve. And Baker will sit down. And that ball is served out. So, easy point for the Cougs, unforced error. They take a 7-6 lead, trailing 1-0. Omlin will serve. It's an overpass. Cover is there. She pounds it down. Second time tonight, Cover's been sitting on the overpass and puts it down. Point for the Cougars. Cougars with a 2-point lead. Omlin with the serve. That's a set where Hunt has to regroup. Omlin puts it over. And that's a short set to the middle hitter. And that is put down by Reagan Hunt. Cougs still lead by 1. Coles comes into the game. Foot sits down. Haney to serve. Omlin from the back row, and that's out. It's long, ties the set up at 8. Anacortes still to serve. Comer goes cross court. Haney has it and puts it out. Kill for Comer. Point for the Cougars, who take a 9-8 lead. Frankie Powers will serve. That's Coles goes down the line. Kinslin's able to get her hand to it. Langham can't redirect it back to the court. Johnson for Powers. It's going to be an overpass, won by the Joust at the net. And 4 hits. Carmen Wara won the Joust at the net. The Cougars took 4 hits to get it over, and on that play, Anacortes regains the lead at 10-9. Set to Comer, and Comer is blocked. Anacortes takes a 2-point lead at 11-9. That's Crispin with the hit. Now it's Flynn. Comer. Set to the middle. That's Coles. She mishits it. It hits the net, curls over. Nothing the Cougar block can do about that. She took a big swing and kind of hit a changeup over there. And that's a point for the Seahawks, who now lead 12-9. Timeout for Caitlin Evers. 60 seconds, we'll be back at 55. Seahawks serve. Comer gets it to Johnson. Setting to the outside. Nice dig by Omlid, but it goes just a little bit too far, and Coles is there at the net to put it straight down. Great dig by Omlid. Probably just a foot too far, as the overpass was won by the Seahawks. Seahawks lead 13-9. Kinsland with the diving save of the service. Crispin with a hit. Now they're going back to Flynn, who just pushes it over the top of the block. Johnson can't get there. Kinsland can't get there. Point for the Seahawks, who now have another 6-0 run, just like they did in the first game, and they've taken a 14-9 lead. Setting Omlid. Coles redirects it, finds the sideline. It's in. Point for the Seahawks, who now lead 15-9. And that serve is out. Langham to serve. It's going to be outside, and down the line with the kill is Foots. It's now an 8-0 run. Comer blocked his deflection. That's going to be a double hit called against the Seahawks. Comer's going to serve. (17-11) now, Seahawks to serve. Set to Omlid, very close to the net. Right there's the block. Langham tries to push it over. The block is there again. Anacortes really doing a good job at the net. And there's Flynn just flicking it over one more time. Point for the Seahawks, now leading 18-11. Langham sets Omlid. She tries to flick it over. The block is there. Crispin sees the overpass, goes to put it down, and hits it into the net. Timeout Cougars. 55 seconds on the clock. We'll be back. Cougars trail 19-11. 19-11 Seahawk lead. Coles with the serve. Omlin goes down the line. Flynn finds some spot. Omlin now hits it. McFadden can't handle it. Point for the Cougars. So that 11-point run by the Seahawks is over. Cougars now get a point. They trail set by 7, 19-11 here in set number 2, already trailing by 1 set. Another point for the Cougars, creeping back just a little bit more. Crispin to serve. The return of serve goes over to the net. It's free ball for the Cougars. Omlin. Oh, under the net, completely under the net was Jenna Baker trying to save that. Cougars get another point, 19-14. Set outside to swap, met at the net. And they're going to call that ball hit the net, not the block, which means if Anacortes wants to hit it again, it's 4 hits, and that's exactly what the official called. 19-15, Cougs trail by 4. Important points to get back in this match. Going outside to swap. Block is there. And again, they're saying that ball was in the net and not into the block, so therefore it's 4 hits. So, Kelsey Swap says, I think I've seen enough for now. Let's call timeout. 19-16. Don't want to blow this lead. She calls the timeout. 55 seconds on the clock. We'll be back. (19-16) Cougs trail by 3. Having a good run here. There's another ace. 19-17. Julie Crispin has now served 5 straight points for the Cougars. Oh, she tries to pooch one short. Goes into the net. So the run is over. Crispin comes out with a smile. Johnson comes in. Gives her coach a little shrug. Hunt in for the Seahawks. Baker sits down. Flynn to serve. Seahawks lead by 3. Omlin down the line. And it's in. Baker's back in, this time for Hunt. Morales is out. Kinsland is in. Cougars trail by 2, creeping slowly back into this match. Kinsland to serve. Anacortes up at 1 point, 19-11. Swap with the hit. Cover sprawls for it. Johnson recovers. Omlin puts it over. Goes to Swap, and it's too far for her. Unforced error. Out of bounds. Cougs now trail by 1. And that serve is into the net. Swap to serve, 21-19 now. Cougs could have tied it up, but they didn't even get a chance to play that point. Omlin with the touch. Little deception by the Cougars. Powers ran to the net. Omlin trailed her. Omlin was able to get it in. Cougars trail by 1. Omlin to serve. Chance to get all the way back. And that spike is long. And the Cougs are all the way back. 21-21. They've closed the 8-point gap. Omlin to serve again, looking for the lead. And she's under the net. Point for the Cougars. Foot couldn't stop her momentum getting to the net, trying to push that one over. Cougars now lead 22-21. What a comeback, down by as many as 9 points. Ticks the net. Covers there. Oh, kept alive. And the setup, Powers in the middle. Jousted at the net. Anacortes wins. Powers hits it out. Oh, and we're tied at 22. Cougars at one point trailed in this match by as many as 9. Tied it up, took the lead, and now we're tied again at 22. Powers, it's blocked, recovered. Over, Johnson has it. Gets it to Omlin from the back row. There's Flynn. It's a joust at the net. Anacortes Langham wins. Kept alive. Going to be hit by Foot. See if the Cougars can get a good swing from Kimmer. Powers puts it over. It's a little messy. And out! Hunt hits it long. Cougs take the lead, 23-22. It's a good rally. A little sloppy where neither team really got into their offense. But a lot of just good hitting, scrambling. And a point for the Cougars. Powers to serve. Coles hits it. Omlin's there. Comer puts over the free ball. Outside, off the block and down. Kinsland, Langham there. The spike is blocked. 24-22. Cougs trail by 1. Anacortes with the timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Set 1 went to the Seahawks, 25-18. Set 2, Cougars are leading 24-22. Powers to serve. It's an overpass, and the kill is down and in. Julie Crispin on the overpass, sends it back where it came from. And the Cougars win 25-22. Set number 2 goes to the Cougars. 3 minutes between sets. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 25. Well, one of the interesting things about that set was the Cougars really found their playmakers to score. You had Chrisman, you had Comer, and you had Omlid all making big shots, hitting big shots in that set. And Flynn and Swap, who are the two best hitters for Anacortes, really didn't get a lot of aggressive swings there late. So I don't know if they were caught in a rotation, but Anacortes did not get the ball to their big hitters, and they lost that set. And the Cougars start off right where they left off in set number 2 with Langham getting the ace. And that's Hunt with the kill, tying it up at 1. Into the match for the first time is senior Samantha Baker. Pearl McFadden will come out. She's listed as a defensive specialist in the program, but she's not wearing the libero jersey. She comes in and hits an ace, puts the Seahawks up 2-1 early on here. Omelet sends it sideways. Cummer has it. Put in by Crispin. Set out to Foot, or to Hunt. Now Omelet from the back row over the top of the block. And that's Hunt again, and this time she finds the ground, and it's a point for the Seahawks. Hunt's getting a lot of time hitting on that right outside, and she's had varying degrees of success. And that serve is long, so Cougars now trail 3-2. Cummer to serve. Baker is out, just in there to serve. Returning for Seahawks is McFadden. And again, they set Hunt. And again, they lose the battle at the net. And again, the Cougars tie the score at 3. Ball tickles the net. And that was hit by Flynn, and she gets the kill. Seahawks take a 1-point lead at 4-3. So even that ball tickled off the net, Flynn was still able to get the kill. And that ball's into the net. We're tied at 4. Unforced error. Anacortes scrambling. See if the Cougars can take advantage. Really can't. Powers just pushes it over. And that goes to Flynn down the side, and Flynn hits it out. The linesman called it out. The referee called it in. They're going to go with the linesman. 5-4 Cougs. Outside the Swap, and that ball is in. Swap going cross court, finds the corner. Kinsler out, Johnson in. Powers, Morales, Langham, Onwood, Cummer, and Johnson are your Cougar players right now. Johnson keeps it alive. Powers sends it deep. Set Flynn. Flynn goes soft. Johnson's there. Right at the net. It's the overpass. Foot kills it. And Anacortes retakes the lead at 6-5. Set Omelet. Omelet goes down the line, and she gets the kill. Ties it at 6. Kinsler in for Morales. Kinsler to serve. To Swap cross court. Johnson's there. Omelet just puts over the free ball. And that's set short. Foot looking for the line, and it's out. And that's going to be a point for the Cougars, who lead 7-6. Now the referee is going to say that was touched, and it's out for Anacortes, and a point for Anacortes. So instead of it being 7-6 Lakewood, it is now 7-6 Seahawks. to be an overpass. Powers is there, but saved by the Seahawks. Out to Swap. Powers is there. Now this is Omlid. Swap again. This time it's off the block. Hits Comer, but stays alive. Anacortes fans wants to double hit it. It hit off of Comer's hands and then hit off her body. Omlid hits again. And Swap hits it out. Kelsey Swap is saying it hit her hands and it hit her body. And the referee is saying it's only one hit because her hands didn't really hit it. But really only her head hit it is what it looks like. Body language tied at 7. Swap off the block and in. Eight, 7. Seahawks lead, all tied up at 1 set apiece. Swap with the serve. It's an overpass going to be set up. We'll see. Off the block is Hunt. And a little miscommunication there between Comer and Langham. And the ball goes backwards and down. Point for the Seahawks, who now lead 9-7. Omlid puts it over the block. Nice smart play by Megan Omlid, who's been getting blocked a little bit at the net. This time she floats it over the block and finds the hole in the middle of the Anacortes defense. Powers to serve, Lakewood trailing 9-8. And that's a little flick over. Foot finds the ground. Johnson for Powers. Anacortes leads 10-8. And that serve is out. Langham serves. Short set, off the block and in. Reagan Hunt with the hit. And the point. (11-9), Seahawks by 2. Samantha Baker into the game to serve. And she hits it into the net. It's 2 in a row that she's hit into the net. Her first serve was an ace. Since then, she's hit 2 in a row into the net. Comer to serve. Outside to Flynn. Flynn off the block. Omlin digs it. Morales hits it, and he hits it long. Hunt to serve. Anacortes by 2. Omlin. Hopped up by Swap. Played across. Cougars respond. Omlin puts it over. Set to Swap. Swap gets blocked, but it's blocked out. The referee is now going to say that off the net, not off the block, and they're going to call it out of bounds. It's be a point for the Cougars. It's the 3rd time they've called Swap for hitting the ball off the net, not the block, and Anacortes has either been called for 4 hits or out of bounds. It's been all in that same side. The referee's been right there, inches away from that. She's got a great look at it. And Flynn goes cross court for the point. Anacortes leads by 2 at 13-11. Comer puts it across. It's a short set, kept alive by Langham. They're going to call a carry or a double hit on the Cougars. Not a whole lot of calls have gone against the Cougars like that tonight. Much to the frustration of Kelsey Swab, the Anacortes coach. Powers off the block. Flynn goes cross court. Hits the ceiling. That says it went over, not around the stanchion. Jousted to net, won by Powers. And again, the Anacortes faithful very frustrated that that ball went around the stanchion and not back on the net. And once again, Kelsey Swab is going to have a conversation with the official. And Kendall Flynn is having that same conversation with the referee. 14-12 right now. And a frustrated Kelsey Swap sits down one more time. Omlin tipped off the block, and Anacortes sprawls for it. Swap can't get it. 14-13, Cougars trail by 1. And folks, I am chuckling here a little bit at her frustration, not because I'm laughing at her at all, because I have been there on more than one occasion, frustrated with the officiating. Doesn't seem like you get a break. Every time you hit the ball, it goes against you. And that's exactly what she's feeling tonight, as she is legitimately seen 90% of the calls really go against Anacortes, rightly or wrongly. I don't know whether the official's right on that, whether the ball went around the stanchion. From our angle, I couldn't tell. We're going to defer to the officials' side and integrity on this one, but it is and can be very frustrating. Anacortes with the kill, Flynn to serve, leading by 1. Omlin tries to flick it over, Flynn's there, and now Swap manages to get it over. And Swap's going to hit it again off the block. Comer's there. Omlin finally gets a good swing at it, goes cross court, and it's in. And that's a point for the Cougars. Megan Omlin with the kill, ties it up at 15. And Foote is able to just flick it over. Anacortes to the lead, 16-15. Frankie Powers with the kill. And the kill off the block goes out. 17-16. See if set up Chrisman. And they're going to say there was no block, that she just hit it out of bounds. 2-point lead for the Seahawks. And Chrisman's blocked. Langer tries to flick it over. This time it goes to Comer. Outside. And down and off the block. And the Cougars will call timeout. (1916). Seahawks serving. Chrisman. That's Flynn. That's Foote into the block. Langham puts it over. Swap digs it. And they're going to call the Seahawks for being under the net. Coles, they say, number 5. (1917). Cougs trail by 2. Langham to serve. And that's the short set to Hunt. She puts it away, giving the Seahawks a 20-17 lead. (2017). Samantha Baker into serve. She's put her last 2 into the net. This time she puts a little more air underneath it, gets it up in the air, and gets it over. Flynn sets Coles, who swings and misses. And that's an unforced error and a point for the Cougars. Trailing now by 2. Comer to serve. Baker to come out. So far, Baker's played 4 points. The Cougars have won 3 of the 4. 2 of them on service errors. Back to Flynn. Johnson overpass on the dig. Going to save it at the net. It's a point for the Seahawks, up 21-18. Little floating serve by Foot to Omelet. Omelet into the block down the line. And it's off the block. Point for the Cougars. The Cougars now trail 21-19. That's set to Flynn. She goes cross court off Morales. Out of bounds. Cougs now trail 22-19. Powers puts it over. It's going to be back set to Flynn. She's blocked by Powers and Omelet. 22-20. Cougs trail by 2. Do they have another comeback in them? Trailing most of the first game, came back and took the lead late in the second set. Here they are trailing by 2 late in the third set. Do they have enough? Can they come back? Will Anacortes find their hitters? Well, Flynn's going to hit that one. And she puts it down. Something they did not find Flynn in set number 2. She was almost absent from their offense. They got it to her this time. 23-20. Tickles the net cord. Good job by Kinsland. Omelet goes cross court, and it's down. It's a point. Omelet now will serve. Cougars trail by 2, 23-20. 23-21. Goes to the middle. That's Foot with the hit. Kinsland's able to get her hand on it, but isn't able to redirect it. Set point. Cougs trail 24-21, 60-second timeout. We'll be back at 55. Swap with the serve. Powers and down. Cougars trail by 2, 24-22. Set Foot in the middle, and she hits it, and it's down, and it's in, and that is the set. Cougars will lose 25-22. Tightly, hotly contested set. 3 minutes on the clock. We'll be back. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You're watching the Cougars live stream on YouTube. All right, Cougars trailed 2 sets to 1. (25-18) the first one. The Cougars won set 2, 25-22. Anacortes wins that set 25-22. And so here we are, set number 4. Cougars start with Omlid, Kinsland, Crispin, Johnson, Comer, and Langham. Comer, and that spike by foot is met at the net and blocked by Langham and Crispin. Johnson now in for Kinsland, or Morales, excuse me, MJ Morales. Yeah. And that Seahawk was under the net, but they're going to call that out. So that's going to be another point for Lakewood. Now is going to take a 2-0 lead. Going to set back to Flynn, and that's down and in. Margaret Flynn, or excuse me, Kendall Flynn. Been a big hitter all match long for the Seahawks. Morales goes cross court. We're going back to Flynn. She goes cross court, and it's in. We're all tied up at 2. It's an overpass. Coles puts it down. Morales keeps it alive. Omlid puts it over, and Omlid puts it in. Miscommunication on the part of the Seahawks. Lakewood takes a 3-2 lead. Comer hits it long. Coles with the serve. Flynn puts it over. Johnson has the dig. Flynn knocks it back at Crispin. And the Seahawks take a 4-3 lead. Oh, overpass, put back, but saved by the Cougars. Swap with the hit. Comer has it. Johnson puts it over. Set short. Barely put over. That's Crispin. Going to set. Foot in the middle, and that's out. No touch. Point for the Cougars. All tied up at 4. And Anacortes doesn't communicate. The ball falls free. Point for the Cougars, who lead 5-4 now. Let's see if the Cougars put their foot on the gas now and really put some distance between them and the Seahawks here in set 4. Swap with the swing, but she just kind of pushes it over. Powers isn't able to get her feet together. Swap with the hit, out of bounds. Good save by Comer, but Morales can't get it over. Anacortes with the serve. Lakewood has a 6-5 lead. Oh, and that serve curls in. 7-5. Gabby Kinsland still serving. And that one sails long. So 7-6, Cougs trail, lead by 1. Anacortes to serve. Looks like Swap will serve. Omlin with the hit, dug by Swap. That's Foot with the hit, Johnson with the dig. Or Hunt again. Looks like a push to me. No, they don't call the carry. Seven tie. And the ball just overpassed. McFadden at the net. Point for the Seahawks, who now have taken the lead back at 8-7. Comer puts over free. Flynn sets it right in the middle to Foot, who gets the kill. 9-7, Seahawks lead. Comer puts it over. Flynn sets it outside, and that's Hunt. Omlin's going to have to put it over free. Flynn's going to set Foot. She just tries it. There's Johnson. Nice play. Frankie Powers just puts it over. See if Anacortes Swap from the back row into the net. Swap's had a hard time hitting tonight. That's another one into the net very clearly. Point for the Cougars, 9-8. Cougs trail by 1, Omlin serving. The ball is out, point for the Cougs. Ties the score at 9. Set outside, just dinked over. Reagan Hunt. (10-9), Anacortes leads. Comer puts it long. It's 11-9. Nice swing by Comer, but just a little bit too straight, not enough down angle. Powers in the middle set. And that's out. Anacortes now has a 12-9 lead. Omelet from the back row, just a touch off the block. Flynn sets it outside. That's blocked. Try again. And this time down the line. That's in. (13-9). This is what Anacortes did in set number 1. They got off to a big lead. In set number 2, it happened again. Anacortes got a lead, but the Cougars came charging back. Were able to take the win. But Anacortes now is up 14-9 here in set number 4. Cougs call timeout. 60 seconds on the clock. 55 seconds till. Anacortes leads 2-1, leads 14-9 here in set 4. They run off 4 or 5 straight points. Tummer puts it over and down the side and in. Reagan Hunt. Oh, the referee's calling it out, even though the linesman called it in. Now the referee's going to talk to the linesman. But here we are one more time where a seemingly close, controversial call may go against the Seahawks. And they're going to go with the linesman and not with the referee. Point for the Seahawks, who now lead 15-9. Frankie Powers puts it down, and that ball is in. So Cougars get a point and get the serve and break that rotation. Crispin back in. So it's Kinsland, Omelet, Powers, Crispin, Langham, and Comer up front. And that's a short set to Hunt. Dug nicely by the Cougars. Swaps there. And Coles tips it over just off the block. Samantha Coles is able to get the point for the Seahawks, and they get their 6-point lead back again at 16-10. And once again, they substitute Samantha Baker in, and once again, the Cougars score a point. So subbing in Baker, she served 5 times. She had an ace in her first serve. The other 4 serves, the Cougars have won the point. So I understand what the strategy is. It just has not worked tonight. 16-11, Cougars trail by 5. Langham with the serve. Set outside to Flynn, goes off the block and out. Kendall Flynn has been a force tonight. She was a setter on the last rotation as the Cougars were scoring. Let's see if they use her as a hitter now as she has moved back to the front row. A little short floating serve. Johnson gets it. Morales goes to hit, and there's Flynn knocking it back at her. Cougs now trail by 7 at 18-11. That set goes over the net. Coles is there, puts it right back at Langham. Point for the Cougars, who now lead 19-11, and the Cougars call their second timeout. So, Cougars trailed 2-1 and trailed 19-11 here in set number 4. Got a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 50. You're watching the Cougars exclusively on YouTube tonight. Hunt keeps serving. Cummer floats it down the sideline and it's out. (20-11). Swap with the hit into the net. And they're going to call 4 hits. And again, Tatum Swap is being called for hitting into the net, not hitting into the block. And when Anacortes is trying to play that, they're getting called for 4 hits. Coach Kelsey Swap is telling her to get her hand up. 20-12, Cummer to serve. Flynn pokes it over. Swap pounds it back. Flynn retrieves it, recovers it, and hits it off Langham out of bounds. 21-12. Cougs now trail by 9. They're going to need an epic comeback, bigger than they had in set number 2 if they're going to come back and tie this matchup. Langham is able to get it over. Flynn pounds it down, but there's Johnson. Great job by Johnson. Now Flynn's going to hit it again, and this time Cummer can't get it. And it's out. 22-12. Seahawks lead by 10. Omlin pokes it over. Flynn sets it to Swap. Swap hits it into the net. Swap's backing up and hits it. And hits it into the net. Swap just a sophomore. Lots of potential. Mom's the coach. She's going to get a lot better over the next couple of years. And that attempt by Foot to just dink it over the net. Doesn't get over the net. 22-14. Cougs have scored a couple of points in a row now. Trying to close that 10-point gap. Down by 8. 22-14. And it's into the net. So Chrisman serves into the net. Point for the Seahawks, who now are just 2 points from this match. Flynn to serve. Flynn in the set number 1. At one point served 6 straight aces. Omlin cross court. Blocked by Powers. Frankie Powers at the net, denies. Margaret Foot. And the Cougars score. It's 15-23. 8-point lead again for Anacortes. Cougars to serve. Kinsland into the game. And she serves it long. We're at match point. Cougars trail 24-15. Anacortes leads 2-1. It's match point. Swap to serve. And Omelet gets it in. That stops the first match point. 24-16. Cougs need to score another 8 points in a row. Omelet to serve. Off the net and over. Johnson has it. Powers and Cummer have a little confusion. No call. Cummer looks at the officials, looks at the coach. And that's it. Match is over. So, very hotly contested match. 25-18, 25-16, 25-22 with the Cougs winning one set, 25-22. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on the live stream tonight on YouTube. We're trying to get our Facebook issues worked out as we go on. We won't be here tomorrow, but we will be back on Thursday night for girls soccer. Dr. Aaron Murphy will be there, the superintendent, to answer any of the questions you might have. For Ball Deep singing on the backside, Melanie Irish monitoring our social media, Laura Leach on the camera. I'm Dale Leach saying good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the live stream.